Good afternoon. I'm Keenan Willard here with your NBC5 connection and a look at what's happening across North Texas. Parents are preparing for an update on the future of Northwest ISD and the sports betting battle in Texas, coming out of one of the biggest nights in sports. But let's start things off with a look at our forecast with meteorologist Ryan Jones.
Good afternoon. Been watching some scattered showers move through this morning and some fog as well. And over on the satellite and radar, just looking at the scattered showers that have been moving through on our radar here. And that's going to continue to be the theme with periods of brief rainfall as we head through the day. Temperatures, though, not going to get very high. We see 47 as our temperature for our highs for today. And we're only going to just stay in this range as we head through the rest of this week, especially during the midweek where we see ourselves with rain all the way from Tuesday on into Wednesday. But first, starting out with our first system, we've got one that's going into tonight and into tomorrow morning that will bring us some widespread rain, but then also a second system from Tuesday night into Wednesday morning that I was talking about that'll bring us some rumbles of thunder. So just keep that in mind and keep that umbrella handy as you head through the rest of your week. But know that temperatures will increase as we head into Valentine's Day, only to see some more rain as we head into the weekend.
Ryan, thank you. We'll be looking out. A judge has dismissed Tarrant County from a civil suit over the death of an inmate. Anthony Johnson Jr. died while in custody last April after a struggle with officers outside of his cell. His family argued that the county was liable in his death. 9 people are still named in that suit. And just this past Saturday, Tarrant County Sheriff's Office says a 36-year-old man died by suicide at the jail. The Sheriff's Office said it is still under investigation. It's the first death in the jail this year. Nearly 70 people have died in custody since Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Wayburn took office in 2017. Wayburn has previously said many of those deaths were from natural causes. A Fort Worth family is calling on the driver responsible for killing their loved one to turn themselves in.
I feel like they should do the right thing and come forward and say, hey, I did this. I know it was wrong and I should have done something else.
And you deserve the closure yourself because it's going to torment you and haunt you for the rest of your life as well. And we just beg you to come forward.
A tragic story here. Fort Worth police say Ryan Smith was hit by a car earlier this month as he rode his skateboard near Wedgwood Drive and Granbury Road. Smith was severely injured and died 3 days later. A neighbor's surveillance video only captured the moments after the crash when neighbors went to help Smith, but the driver was nowhere to be found. Smith's family is now asking for anyone with video of the crash to come forward. Today, teachers, parents, and students will get an update on the future of Northwest ISD. This comes after the district announced its plans to cut more than 100 teaching jobs going into next school year because of a budget deficit. Back in November, Northwest ISD families voted against a tax increase of 3 cents that would have raised $16 million to keep those positions. District leaders say that means class sizes will need to increase, and some parents are concerned.
I have 2 kids in special education, and I'm worried about the services that they are going to receive and how they're going to receive them.
Now, the district sent us a statement saying in part Northwest ISD is making these changes to preserve student program opportunities and avoid more extensive layoffs. Now some parents are calling on state lawmakers to help out. The Super Bowl always means a lot of money on the line, and according to the American Gaming Association, people were forecasted to bet more than $1 billion on the Super Bowl alone. In 2018, the Supreme Court struck down the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act, giving states the ability to regulate sports betting, and now 38 U.S. states allow it. But Texas still isn't one of them. Now, the University of Houston released a survey showing 60% of Texans support online sports betting, while 73% support casinos. But still, to make it happen would be an uphill battle.
The group that needs to be convinced are not voters. The group that needs to be convinced are the 20 members of the Republican caucus in the Texas Senate, along with the lieutenant governor, both of whom essentially believe as a group that the costs of gambling outweigh their benefit.
Now, in 2023, the Texas House narrowly passed online sports betting to amend the Constitution, but Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick didn't bring it before the Texas Senate for a vote. Recently, though, Governor Abbott came out in favor of sports betting. Today, the Dallas Public Safety Committee will discuss a proposal that may increase the police department's recruiting goals. Now, this all comes after residents voted last year for a change to Dallas's charter that mandates the city have a minimum of 4,000 officers. Our Larry Collins is following this story from the newsroom.
Dallas police tell our partners at the Dallas Morning News that the department currently has almost 3,200 officers. That was as of last Friday. Now the Public Safety Committee is considering a resolution to increase the police hiring goal to 400 officers a year. At least one city council member said she would like to see a focus on recruiting Texas community college students and from other cities across the state. It's unclear how much support the increased goal will have with other committee members. The Morning News reports in recent years the city has set an annual hiring goal of 250 new officers, but has mostly fallen short. Last fiscal year, the department hired 253, but they lost around 190. Requirements include having at least 45 college credit hours, 3 years of military service, or transferring from another police agency. Interim Police Chief Michael Igo does feel confident, though, in reaching the goal.
Well, we'll have to make adjustments, but we can make those adjustments to get those personnel in. Obviously, our recruiting team is working hard, and it's showing by the number of classes that we have coming up and the number of recruits in those classes, so we can make it happen.
Now, along with Texas, current recruiting efforts are in Puerto Rico, Baltimore, Chicago, Louisiana, New York City, as well as in Phoenix. In the newsroom, Larry Collins, NBC5.
Now to some breaking news out of Irving, where police say they've located a 12-year-old girl reported missing overnight. The child was found in a hotel in Alabama. She was found there with another teenage male. Police now talking with him to determine if any charges will be filed in the case. We're told, though, that girl is safe and they're working to reunite her with her family. Just look at this video. New video showing a smash and grab robbery that happened yesterday at a Dallas jewelry store. This is located inside El Rancho. Dallas police tell us those 4 suspects you can see there stole the jewelry and left. We're working to get you more information as this investigation continues. And a health alert from the Centers for Disease Control. Flu rates in the United States have reached their highest level in more than 15 years. So far this season, about 13,000 people have died from complications with the flu. Both Tarrant and Dallas counties report positive flu tests rose more than 30% in 1 week. At the top of our planner today, need a little pick-me-up after the Super Bowl last night? Starbucks is giving out free coffee all day. Starbucks Rewards members will automatically see the coupon for a free tall, hot, or iced coffee in their Starbucks app. And later this evening, Luka Doncic, Mavs fans, avert your eyes. He's set to make his debut with the Lakers after a wild week of trades in the NBA. The Mavericks ownership group told our partners at the Dallas Morning News that the trade was the right move despite protests from fans around the country. The Lakers tip off against the Utah Jazz at 9:30 Central. And coming up at 4, a baby brought to a fire station in Garland. We're speaking with firefighters about their experience of taking in a newborn. That's all coming up ahead. Thanks for catching up with The Connection. We'll be right back here in 30 minutes.